Because American Horror Story was inspired by the Cecil Hotel, and then it was like inspired by Criminal Minds and like a book and stuff like that. That's basically it.
I mean, do you want to like say it officially, or just want to not say it at all? Because I can just cut this out.
No, it's okay.
No, okay.
Because look at because of her death, look at all of the stuff that it low-key inspired. It's okay.
That's kind of sad too. That some people really profited off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're no better because we. Well, no, we did it for like educational purposes too.
Yeah.
Even cold, that shit was delicious. Fucking sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody, welcome back to the creepy. Nope, wrong one. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Caffeinated Creeps podcast. This is episode 22. Your favorite hosts. Did you catch that? Fucking plural, okay? Mr. Butternubs and Ray. We are here today, and fucking, we're hydrated, we're tired,
and caffeinated.
Very caffeinated.
But tired.
Yes, I don't know why, but we also have the munchies too. Fucking, well, we ate like at fucking 5. Yeah, at like 5.
It's been 6 hours.
Yeah, and just wanted to. How do you think your next week is gonna go? Because we just recorded episode 21 like 5 minutes ago.
Well, I feel like it'll be shit. I'm just being honest and realistic. I think by then, I'm prepping for the Demon Slayer meetup. Because I was invited to a meetup. I believe it's the week after WonderCon, but I might be going crazy. But anyways, if this happens, WonderCon is already over. Yeah, I hung out with my my Pookie. I hopefully met some cool people. Probably met the voice actor for Chopper. I hope. Yeah.
Weren't you looking for Chopper all day today too?
I was going to, but then I was like, nah. I don't have money to spend like that.
That's true.
Adulting sucks. It's either rent or a signature.
Or lavish things that we can just stare at.
I mean, I already have that.
Well, I know, but like, I mean, like, it's kind of still nice because every now and then I'll like, if I'm gaming or like whatever, or like even editing, I'll just look up and be like, all right, I got Natsu's signature right there. Dope. And then I'll turn around. I'll either look at up there and look at all the signatures I got, or the book right there for the first fairy tale volume.
Yeah. That's crazy because I have the first volume for Haikyuu, and then I have the first and I have the last volume. But I don't have all rest of the 23.
I wanted to get all of them to sign it, but I'm like, that was going to be so fucking much.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like,
maybe
if they have an art book, maybe you can do that.
That would be really cool.
That's why, like, that's what I'm doing with the Demon Slayer one. I want it to be like a family heirloom.
Pass it on to my kids. I met this fucking
My
VA.
My will.
Hopefully you can take it into the afterlife.
Bury me with it.
Oh my god.
Put it in a plastic bag or 2 or 3.
If you were to be buried with items, what would you pick? Because like to me, I know it seems childish, but like I would probably, one of the things I would be buried with would be like,
what would you want to wear? Because you can pick your outfit too.
Well, if this was like a coffin wedding. A coffin. What the what?
What in the corpse bride are we talking about?
I just listened to that again. Like I just went back and listened to that story too. So fucking great.
Really, you liked it?
Yeah, it was great. Of course. And then I also got creeped out because we talked about the guy who fucked a corpse for like 7 years. And I was like, oh
my lord.
I got grossed out. I don't know. I guess like just a suit, like a nice suit.
I thought you said soup, and I was all like, soup? You're gonna wear soup? But then you said suit, and I was like, oh.
No, a nice suit. Yeah, but honestly, if I'm talking realistically, if I could, I don't think it's ever gonna be done because like, either if I die now and my parents take care of the funeral, I'm not gonna have it.
You can write a will now.
Yeah, but then I gotta get it like notarized, and that costs money. Fuck that. Just the government with that shit. I would want like a natural burial, which is like, because I don't like the idea of wasting a shit ton of money on me, like especially after I'm dead. So there are people who go like into crazy debt trying to afford a funeral, and like it's cool that it's great and lovely that you want to honor the people that you love, friends, family, like whoever. But I would feel worse in my afterlife or in whatever state I'm in.
Burdened your loved ones because you unfortunately passed.
Yeah, and I don't want to put that on anyone. Just literally tie me up in a thin blanket sheet and just throw me in a fucking dirt pile.
One thing that I keep sleeping on is paying for my little gravesite. You can pay for your gravesite now. That's
so weird too. Oh, what a weird investment.
No, it's not weird because, for example, like...
No, it's like it's the thing that like you have to basically reserve, which is kind of
a piece of land. Yeah, but the thing that's cool too is that I know somebody that did that, and for example, in her wallet she gets to keep this card, and this card basically says that like if she were to die in a different country, that card basically like she already paid, and the funeral home will pay for her to have her body brought there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Is actually pretty cool because it can cost thousands of dollars to have that, and I mean obviously you can do like payments and shit, but like yeah, I mean,
or if I could,
it's not something that I'm worried about now because there's other things to worry about, but I feel like eventually
you could start it on that. It's up to you
if you plan on living a long life.
Well, it's probably gonna cost a lot, but if I could, there's like a company that basically leaves your body like in a gestated egg, and like they bury you in the ground, and that
you turn
egg
into a tree.
Yeah, because I like the idea, even if there is no afterlife, like we talked about last episode, it would still be kind of comforting to know that I could give back in a weird way too. I can just...
Yeah, I think it's beautiful, honestly. And it's something that I really, really liked a lot. Because, like, it may sound a little bit morbid, but I am very curious to hear how people want to be handled when they pass. Like, my aunt joked around that she wants to be cremated and she wants to be put in a coffee tin because she loves coffee.
I fuck with that. Yeah. I fuck with that so hard.
Yeah, what's it called? And I think it was a coffee tin or a coffee mug, one or the other.
I mean, you can probably get like the ashes formed into a ceramic and then actually shaped into a coffee mug.
But that'd be kind of weird, and then I'd feel very guilty if I were to drop it and it shattered.
No, but you can kind of like leave it encased.
That too.
Yeah. And like have it.
You're right.
Like put it. What's that material? Like resin? Like the...
I know what it is. I just forgot about it. Like, there's people that can turn their family members' ashes into jewelry.
Yeah. Marky actually wanted me to do that for... He's like, I don't trust... He's like, if I have kids, I don't trust them to have my ashes immediately. He's like, I want my ashes to turn into, like, jewelry or, like, a piece of, like, an heirloom. Like, and I want you to have it. He's like, whoever you think's ready to carry on my legacy, you can give them that. Or they have to fight for it.
Marky is very interesting.
He's a very interesting character. He's like, or you can just have it for yourself and just carry me with you.
Because I literally was about to say too, people that do that are weird. No, but like, I mean, I get it. Believe me, I really do. It's just, I feel like it's just not my cup of tea. Because I kind of just want to rest, in a way.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. But... like, ever since I was younger, I've always wanted my body to be donated to science.
Same, actually. Yeah, same
and
thing.
stuff like that. What's it called? Even though I don't have organ donor down on my license, my mom knows. Something were to happen to me, I want to donate everything I got. Fuck, even my uterus. I mean, right now, if any, like, shoot, as soon as that becomes available, I'll be down to donate my uterus. But what's it called? Like, not only did I want to be, like, donated to science, I wanted to be in those...
Museums?
No, not a museum. It's those farms where they basically do tests and they basically test your body against, like, certain elements. To see how
I know the...
It's just like furthering science.
I know the exact word.
I think they're called body farms. I think it sounds morbid like that.
Yeah. But they just study the decomposition against the elements.
Yeah, but the thing that really scares me now is that there has been an uprise of places like that, and they have been, like, for example, like, I think it was a university, a well-established university, and they were selling bodies to, like, the fucking army, and they were using them as, like, test dummies for, like, bombs and shit.
I mean,
and I'm just like,
at a certain point, if you sell your body, at that point they have the right to do whatever they want with your body.
Yeah. And I feel like
unless you write it down specifically, like in a will, like, cannot be donated to the military, can only be used for this purpose.
Yeah, but for example, for the circumstance of that guy, I believe he did agree for her to be donated to science, but not to be, like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Mm-hmm. It does make sense and everything. But yeah, it was either that or I wanted to be turned into, like, maybe, like, coral to help with the ocean.
That's pretty
cool.
That
would be nice too. You could do that. Also, basically, like, being turned into soil too.
If I had nice. Like Bezos' level of money and I didn't give a shit, I would send my ashes, like, I would solidify it to form some type of object. I don't know what exactly, but I would just shoot it into space.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just so I can just, like, wander the cosmos.
Hell yeah.
Just for as long as I can.
That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then, oh crap, I forgot what else I was gonna say.
That's my bad.
No, it's okay. I forget a lot of things. But, no, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like being just buried, like, in the ground, I feel like it's pretty traditional. I get it. I like it.
Yeah.
And everything.
But there's ways to be creative about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ways to be creative about it, too. I mean, water burials exist, too. Like, you can literally deadass just be in a coffin and you can just throw that shit in the ocean. I'm being deadass, dude. No.
What the fuck?
No,
I'm fish food kind of thing?
No.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, you can toss your ashes in there. My great grandma's tossed into the fucking river in Mexico. She's fish food. But no, like, for example, this person was in a casket and they were in a boat and then they just
yeeted the fucking casket into the water?
Yeah, they just fucking yeeted the casket into the water.
God damn. Or one thing you could also do, like, if I were to just... I also like the Vikings goodbye.
Hell yeah.
Or, like, they just,
oh my god.
Like, I kind of like that too.
You know what? I feel like I would like the Black Parade to be playing while I die. Or when I'm dead. No,
not just that. We just hire a whole ass parade. We dress up exactly like the music video. And we march down, like, fucking down here through wherever streets that you want us to roam in. We'll just go through the fucking... We just do a whole parade.
I don't know why I'm finding it so fun to plan my funeral.
I think it's sort of a... I'm not going to say coping mechanism, but it's more like...
Everything, like, will be okay. You know?
Sorta, yeah.
Kind of.
It's fun to think about it because we won't know.
Yeah.
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 And if we can find the people that we entrust the most to enact it, it could be fun. Like, one of the things for me is that I've always told, like, everybody, especially, like, my mom and dad, I'm like, if I die too soon, right? Like, I don't have a will out, I don't have, like, anything like that. Like, if you do put on a funeral, like, I don't want no one to be, like, fucking sad. I want there to be like
a carne asada.
I told them I want there to like host a carne asada like in the backyard, like if we were throwing like a party.
Yeah.
Like fucking, I mean, it's gonna be impossible for, I guess, for some people to like to not be upset.
I'd cry.
Yeah. But you know, it's like
yeah,
like go down the way I would want you guys.
It's a celebration.
To remember me, yeah, like eat food, get drunk a little bit, like bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I think some people just forget that, like, I guess it's hard to remember it, like, to honor and remember and to celebrate the life than to just grieve it. Like, I get, it sounds terrible putting it like that, but,
yeah, you
know, it's okay to honor and celebrate it, too. Yeah. Damn, you know, we're talking about reincarnation and afterlives. Different... we didn't even talk about like Land of the Dead, like in Mexican culture, how we have that.
The thing is that I don't really know much about it because I wasn't really raised a lot in that type of Mexican culture because I was raised Judeo-Christian. So anything Day of the Dead is like considered satanic or whatever.
Well, it's just weird to think because like.
Yeah, you think that, you know, like I would love to celebrate Dia de los Muertos. And I was thinking about it, but at the same time, I'm not close enough to anybody that has passed to make an altar for them.
I'll tell you what, even if it's like a fictional character, if you have anybody, I know we're going to have like an ofrenda set up. I think last year you saw it too.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was really cool.
You can bring someone there too, if you wish. We put like the Zampantuchis, I think that's what it's called, like the flowers. Well, we try to, at least. It's kind of hard to get by like in that season. Every now and then, like, because we'll have our grandpa up there, he always smelled like cigarettes and juicy fruit, like the yellow gum. And that's one of the most, anytime I ever smell it, I think about him instantly. So every now and then, like, I'll put like one of the sticks of like juicy fruit on there, because to me that's, you know, he loved to chew it. So I'm like, maybe he'll enjoy it. I don't know, you know, if even if you don't fully believe in the Land of the Dead or whatever, it's still kind of nice to think about, like, hey,
it's a nice coping mechanism to celebrate and to remember.
It's nice
because I feel like at the same time, like, I feel like one of my biggest fears is to be forgotten. I feel like that's subconsciously might be everybody's biggest fear. I don't know. Because what if there is a Land of the Dead, per se? And then, like, imagine, like...
You just... Well, I mean... I guess that's one of the beauties of having, like, those ofrendas. Or it's just...
Yeah.
You can... As long as you can keep track... Like, you can have so many different generations on there and try to remember them.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like the Book of Life and the fucking Coco. Those fucking movies hit.
Dude,
those movies hit hard, dude.
Coco makes me cry, dude.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god.
I feel like, yeah, that's like one of my biggest fears, like being forgotten and everything. Like, imagine if it does exist and then like you're not allowed to. But then at the same time, it makes me think ghosts. You know what I mean? Like in that world, like ghosts can technically still come around. Like, does that count? Like for deals? You know what I mean, though.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's spirits, but they're not like haunt. They just come back for the one day. Yeah. No, they come back for like I think for a couple of days actually. Like,
because I know that there's one day dedicated to children.
There's oh my god! Last year I was almost in tears, dude. Because like, I think it's like a couple of days or I think maybe like a week where they celebrate a specific passings. For one day it's pets, for one day it's family members, one day it's like children. And during last year they were doing like on TikTok, all over fucking TikTok, they were doing pets. So they were showing pictures of pets on the ofrendas. And it was so fucking sad because especially if they have like different pets with them. So they would like some of those pets would just sit in front of the ofrenda and like sleep next to the picture. Dude, it was
like
so...
if they knew.
It was so fucking sad, dude.
That's crazy.
I was at work like holding back so much tears. Oh my god.
My goodness. This is crazy. I want to look more into it now.
It's nice. I like it. Even if like you don't believe like in spirits or ghosts, it's still nice to think that you can honor family or pets or something.
I know that my grandma from my father's side was really nice, and she would ask for me a lot. She would ask my dad of how I am, and I'm like, well, my dad, he only remembered me whenever he remembered I existed. So like she was always asking for me, and she would always like ask to see how I was doing. And I don't know, she was just always super sweet, even though I only talked to her maybe like a couple times, just like hi and bye over the phone. I never had the opportunity to like see her in person, and she seemed like such a kind and like generous soul, because there was a while where like my mom and my dad, they had like a bit of a falling out, and my dad was avoiding her. And then little me was all like, I want to see my dad, where's my dad? And then my dad had completely blocked my mom, so she had no contact with him. So my mom messages my grandma, and she's like, hey, can you tell your son that his daughter's looking for him? And then she's right here like scolding my dad, like, hey, your kid's asking for you, like, how could you, you know? So she was pretty lit. If I'm being, like, I don't know anybody of my dad's side. I don't know any of my family at all. I know that my grandpa is or was a musician. I don't know if he's still alive. But supposedly what my dad told me is that he has a journal full of songs, and that he was going to give me, that my grandpa wanted to give me.
This is Coco? Jesus Christ.
These books of songs.
It's almost the exact same fucking plot.
This is actually before Coco.
I'm obviously, I know.
Yeah.
I'm making the joke, but it's like, damn, it's almost fucking similar.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never received a book, but I mean, at the same time, I don't really talk to my dad anymore. So I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, it's also weird to think about, but you also have the opportunity to make new families for yourself, new connections.
True.
It's up to you.
I feel like if I were to make an altar, I don't know, I'd probably have like my dog, my rats maybe.
Yeah.
I never took a proper picture of my rats though.
I mean, as long as you have a picture. Well, last year one of our pictures was, I think, of my mom's dad, and it was blurry basically. I've never really seen an actual picture of him.
Yeah.
And so I can't really get like a good face off of him, unless like maybe there's a clear picture I just don't know about. That's probably on me for just not remembering.
Yeah.
But I think as long as you can basically set it up,
yeah,
I think it's fine. I feel like we can talk about like a whole hour about this shit. like we're almost 30 minutes in.
And
Holy shit.
I'll put like Sasha there too. And I'll put like a little baked potato.
Any fucking anime characters. I'm gonna put Akira Toriyama next to the upcoming one.
Dude, you should.
A lot of, have you not? People have already planned it in Mexico. They're already like, they already have pictures printed out. They put it in frames already. They're like for the next celebration.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh. Okay.
A lot of people say that's the Mexican equivalent to 9/11.
Holy shit.
I was just like, wait a minute. Should we get started?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to rush you, bro.
No, it's fucking midnight. So this is a story of Victor Freguer, but the last name looks like cheese, so I'm gonna call him Victor Cheese. So I actually couldn't find anything about Victor's early life, despite the countless articles I've read. It's almost like his life just starts at the moment he decides to end one life. So I'll do my best to make this as long as I can.
Shame on you, Victor.
But no promises. Fucking Victor Cheese.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Something, I know it's going back to the Dia de los Muertos thing. Do you think there's some lunatic out there who has an ofrenda dedicated to like a serial killer? I mean,
I would not put it past.
I mean, unless it's like a family member, I get.
Absolutely. For God's sake, look at the back of you. If I can do one for a fictional character, someone's gonna do it for a fucking serial killer. No matter what age, no matter what time, there will always be people who are obsessed with just terrible people.
I think for shits and giggles, I'm just gonna do George Washington.
Daddy Ben Franklin.
Abraham Lincoln, thanks for stopping slavery, bruh.
You're real cool one for that one, dude.
Thanks for freeing slaves and not making slaves free.
Thanks, Alexander Hamilton. You gave us a cool ass fucking play, dude. It's great. That was great of you. That's so dumb.
Queen Elizabeth. You skink ass bitch. What? Instead of food she likes, it's food she hates.
Just can of beans. Oh yeah.
Beans on toast.
Yeah, beans on toast. Oh my god. I mean,
unless her palate's too good for that shit.
I think her breakfast just consisted of a banana. She wouldn't even peel it. She would
She would
cut it with a fork and a knife. I'm like, you.
And I'm just that is so boring. You can literally inhale that banana in 4 bites.
A woman that age, no, dude. She was fucking shaking so bad.
Fuck her. Never mind. Why am I defending her?
Oh, the fucking queen. Oh man. Yeah, people have fictional characters, dude, fucking people. Spoilers for Jujutsu Kaisen, by the way. Just skip ahead 30 seconds. People were putting Gojo on the fucking offender. Daisy was almost gonna do it. But
it's not confirmed yet if he's dead or not.
It's not Gojo over.
It's not Gojo over.
Oh my god. Okay.
Live, laugh, Gojo.
Right. So. It's so late. So to be free, to wander around without care, that was a life of one Victor Cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the cheese thing. Victor was born and raised in Michigan and was known to be a drifter. During the summer of 1960, Victor drifted to I completely forgot the name of that.
What type is a drifter? Like a nomad?
No, not even close. I don't think a nomad. I don't think they would label themselves as homeless either. Not nomad, but just traveler, I guess. Just like a traveler. During the summer of 1960, Victor drifted into Dubuque, Iowa. He rented a room at a local boarding house. Once Victor had settled into his room, he grabbed a phone book and began to call physicians alphabetically until he found Dr. Edward Bartleys. Victor phoned Edwards in a panic-like manner. He told Dr. Edwards, quote, "My wife is sick, critically ill. We need your help right away, as soon as you can get here," unquote. Dr. Edwards wrote down the address of 1134 Locust Street and told his wife, Ruth, that he was going out for a house call and wouldn't be back for some time. He grabbed his medical bag and drove off to meet this ill woman. This would be the last time Ruth would ever see her husband. The next day, Ruth had called the police after her husband never came back from the house call. She handed the police the address that her husband had written down, which, thank God he wrote it down and left it behind. Jesus. It didn't take long for the police to figure out that Dr. Edwards was kidnapped by a man named Victor, who had a history of theft and burglary. While still collecting evidence for their case against Victor, Ruth had received an anonymous call from a man saying, quote, "Your husband is dead," unquote. Later, when this was handed off to the FBI, it took them just 11 days to track down Victor. They caught him trying to sell off Dr. Edwards' car. Victor wasn't alone that day either. On the day that they had cornered him, he had a hitchhiker with him. Victor told the FBI, quote, "It's lucky you came up on me so fast and that I've got someone with me. Otherwise, we'd have it out right here, right now," unquote. A few days after Victor's arrest, Edward's body was found in a field. When asked why he committed the murder, Victor refused to say or answer any questions. he simply said, quote, "I'm guilty of the charges. I want to waive the preliminary hearing. Plead guilty and get it over with," unquote. He was declared sane to stand trial. Even when being tried, Victor kept his reasoning as to why he kidnapped and murdered Dr. Edwards a secret. Victor was found guilty and sentenced to death by hanging. On March 5th, 1963, Victor was sent to Iowa State Penitentiary. He was only there for 20 days until his execution was carried out. According to the guards, he was, quote, "a model prisoner," unquote. Yeah, right? Only then, when he's in prison, does he fucking act. He puts on good behavior. What an asshole. On March 15, 1963, Victor was given his final meal, which is a single olive with the pit still intact. As he told the guards, he hoped that an olive tree would sprout from the grave to be, quote, "a sign of peace," unquote. Mm-hmm. After his execution, the guards found the olive with the pit still intact in his suit pockets. He didn't even fucking eat it. Mm. I think that kind of was like a sign of a fuck you. Because he was supposed to... No, the term like... an olive branch. Like when people say, let's extend an olive branch. Mm-hmm. That's basically what it means. Like, let's find a resolve. Let's find peace in the situation. Mm-hmm. So I think what he meant to do was eat it. And when it grew out of him, that would be his little branch of peace, his resolve that he wanted. But I feel like since he didn't eat it and he stuffed it away, mm-hmm. he was being a dick and saying, haha, fuck you.
Dang.
That's my interpretation, at least, to it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, right? Victor execution would be the last federal execution until 40 years later, until Timothy McVeigh's death. But as of 2020...
That name sounds familiar.
Yes, I covered him, actually. He was part of the Oklahoma City bombing.
I knew it.
Oakland City bombing. My bad. Yeah, Oakland City bombing.
The one with a whole bunch of pizza and...
No. His final meal was 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I remember that motherfucker.
Okay.
Fuck you, man.
Victor's execution would be the last federal execution until 40 years later, until Timothy McVeigh. But as of 2020, Iowa is one of the 22 states in the U.S. to have completely abolished the capital punishment. That's all I got.
Okay. I see you, bro.
A little short, but literally, that's all I could find.
Yeah.
It's almost like his life didn't start until he fucking took a life.
Yeah.
Which was...
His life was uneventful.
I guess so.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I could find off of this dude.
This thing is comfy.
What? Right?
Yeah. I like it. Alright. My turn. You already know what I'm covering, bro.
So... A little behind the scenes here. As Ray was finishing their story for today's episode, I had no idea what it was. It was complete mystery to me. And... I always look forward to your stories. They're fucking great. But you completely spoiled it, what it was, because you asked Nicole one fucking question, and I was like, I know immediately what fucking story you're about to cover.
What is it? Oh, wait, hold up. I'll do a drum roll.
It's the story of the slit mouth woman from Japan.
No.
No?
Just kidding, yes.
Fuck you! Fuck you! I knew I was right.
Where is it at?
Called it.
The Legend of the Slit Mouth Woman.
Mm-hmm.
I love the aesthetic and the creepiness. That's why I'm partially covering it. Also, because I'm in love with Suguru Geita from Jujutsu Kaisen. And essentially, in Jujutsu Kaisen, this dude has the power to eat curses, which are like yokais.
Yeah.
And he can eat them, and he can summon them, and he can basically, they're like his fucking Pokemon. So, there's one in the beginning of season 2, and basically it's like the modernized version of the slit mouth woman, and she's usually
Oh, finish first.
Oh, and she's usually wearing like a trench coat, and she has like a face mask on, and she has like long hair, and she's either holding like knives or like scissors and shit like that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of confused me a little bit when is it like, fucking, like when he uses a curse, is it gone at that point? Like, can he not, like,
No, it can come back unless you kill that curse.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming.
Because I thought, like, when...
Because as far as I know, I don't think any of his curses that he has have died.
Mm-hmm.
Or they've been exorcised.
Like, Mega means dog. Like, I know that one definitely died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I felt like it was, like, if he uses it in battle, it's used up and he can't resummon it.
Yeah.
That's why I thought, like, oh, when he was fighting Yuta, like, on the school grounds, and he just summoned that big orb because he was collectively using all his curses, I think, in one shot.
Yeah, he was, basically, he had, like, a whole bunch of grade 3 and 4, which are lower grade, and he was trying to combine them all in one, which, I mean, just shows how strong he is, because...
Yeah. He's able to house it.
Because he's a special grade sorcerer, just like Gojo. Even though Gojo is stronger than him, he's still a special grade.
But, like, my mind...
No. Gato is not a special grade. Gato was not a special grade, I think. Gato in the movie was not special grade, but...
Later.
In the season, I believe he is. I could be wrong. I need to reread it. But, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, he was strong, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think... when I first watched it, I thought, like, oh... He's using up all the curses so he can take Rika, who's the queen of curses, who basically copies a lot of shit. So it wouldn't matter if he used them all. I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting, but that actually makes more sense what you're saying.
Yeah.
That was just my train of thought. My bad.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
But I just think it's freaking cool, especially that little dragon one that he gets to ride around.
Yeah, I need to watch this season.
6 feet away. Alrighty.
He's just a little fairy.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna be talking about... Oh, yeah, so that's basically one of the reasons why, too, because I always thought that she looked super cool. And I had told one of my mutuals, too, and I was like, if you ever cosplay Gato, let me know, and I'll cosplay the slit-mouth woman to go, like, I'll be your curse girl. And she's like, hell yeah. So... that's how much, I don't know, I just love the aesthetic of, like, a creepy woman with long hair. I don't know, something about Japanese horror and Japanese mythology, like, when it comes to the creepy stuff. I feel like it's so much interesting and more spooky. Very.
But they also, their spirits don't fuck around either. A lot of them a lot of them just straight up kill.
Yeah. Yeah. They're there for business, man. So,
they're on a 9-to-5 schedule, like, they gotta hurry back home.
And the thing is that I never knew the backstory of it. I knew the roles if you ever encounter her, but I just didn't know, like, the origin.
I was gonna cover this, too, on the Caffeinated Creeps.
Really?
On the Creepy Caffeinated Chronicles. Because I was going through, I told you about the 10-day dream story in the Kashima Reiko, but before I did Kashima Reiko, I had the Slit-Mouth Woman in my hands, like her story right there. I had it right there in my hands.
And then I took her from you.
No, it's a good thing I didn't cover it. Because I think I had promised you, like, a long time ago that the story was yours.
Thank you. I don't remember that.
It was like the first 3 episodes, I think.
Maybe. Alrighty then. Let's get cracking. The legend of the Slit-Mouth Woman, more commonly known as Kuchisaki Onna, originates in Japan during the Heian period, roughly 1200 to 800 years ago. She's a yokai, and what is a yokai again? It's like a
spirit, cursed spirit, maybe.
Let me double check, cause I don't want to say it, like a ghost demon, or whatever. Tricksters, monster, shapeshifter, supernatural being, whatever.
Urban legend, maybe.
Yeah. She's an urban. She counts as an urban legend. So This story starts off with a stunning woman who was married to a samurai.
Goals.
What is that one song from like the little dollar store phones? Ay, I'm married to a samurai or something like that. Dude.
I don't know if I'm going to add that in because that sounded just... I know. Okay.
Copyright, huh?
No.
Just cringe. I'm just straight up cringe.
A little bit, but it also reminded me of like that. I don't know if you've seen that video where it's like this white woman who's like singing that she wants to be a ninja.
What the heck?
And like she's putting on like an Asian accent, like a Japanese accent.
But aren't the people singing it Swedish?
No, she's full on white.
No, I know, but the people that sing the song.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it in just to.
Oh no.
Just so like when you rehear it, you just cringe up a little bit.
I'll start over just in case.
My bad.
This story starts off with a stunning woman who was married to a samurai. But just because she was pretty on the outside didn't mean she was pretty on the inside.
She was a bitch.
She was very vain.
Oh, that's the same thing.
And a bitch. And one day she decided to cheat on her husband while he went to war.
She was a bitch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was a whore. I don't know about... Yeah. So when he found out, he was pissed. And in one version basically said that he had gotten home from the war and saw her doing the stuff with this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Another one just said that he found out. But besides that, he was pissed and decided to slit her mouth from ear to ear. So giving her a Glasgow smile. And basically it's a smile from ear to ear due to wounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jeff
like
the Killer.
Like I guess the scars left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Jeff the Killer.
He wants to be her so bad.
Huh?
He wants to be her so bad.
After he did that, he asked, "Who will think you're pretty now?" And basically this tale is used as caution to remind people to stay faithful. That's one of the reasons as to why this is kind of like told around.
Yeah.
And there was a version that said that because of the pain she decided to commit suicide. And this is also another kind of like story or whatever that they tell like little kids as well, to make sure that, you know, like that they're not fucking around because she'll come after you. In a way, it's just like a way to scare kids as well.
No, I think it's also like to warn people about like, to warn kids not to talk to strangers too.
Probably that too.
Yeah.
So I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So she covers her mouth with a cloth mask or a hand fan or a handkerchief. And since this is like the high-end period, this is where they're like predominantly like wearing kimonos and stuff like that. I mean, they still wear kimonos now.
Yeah.
But, you know, westernized clothing wasn't the norm, obviously. So that's why she would have like a handkerchief covering her, like a hand fan. And she also carries a sharp instrument like a knife, machete, a scythe, or a pair of scissors. And she sneaks up on her victims in the dark and asks if they think that if she's beautiful. And if you answer yes, she will pull off her mask to reveal her red blood dripping grotesque mouth. And then I'm just like, is that like a party trick? Like, it's perfectly fine. And then she'll be like, surprise! And then it's like, bleh.
I think so.
So.
And like some horror movies, like...
They do that.
They do that. Because I guess it gives the illusion of like everything's fine and normal. Because like if some woman comes out to you...
Things aren't what they seem.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
Yeah. Then she'll ask if you think she's still beautiful. And if you answer no or scream in terror, she'll slash you ear to ear in an imitation of her own mutilation. That rhymes.
That's a bar.
Hell yeah. I didn't create it though.
Oh. I was going to give you like 100% of that credit.
If you lie and answer yes, she'll walk away, but she'll follow you home and kill you. So there's really no way winning with this.
I think you messed that up, actually.
No, I didn't.
I swear it's the other way around. I swear. I feel like it's if you say, no, she's not pretty, she kills you on the spot. But if you lie and say yes, then she slits your mouth to look like hers.
Yeah. That sounds familiar too, but literally like...
But this is, I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you here. This is your story. This is your research.
You know what? Now I have the fucking tab open. I'm gonna look real quick.
I don't know. Like the one I've always heard is that one, but who knows?
Oh, and then like there's another version that said too that she wasn't a wife. She was like a concubine. She was either a wife or a concubine to a samurai.
Ain't that right, Mama?
Isn't that right, Mama? Oh, if they say yes, she will remove the mask. And if the person said no, the second point, she would again kill them, slashing open their mouth. Either way, you're killed, though. She's not like...
Yeah.
Either way, she's killing you. You know what I mean? If, however, the person says yes again, they will still not be safe. She will follow them home and kill them on the threshold of their house.
Regardless, you're fucked.
Yeah. Basically, there's no winning with this bitch. So, what's it called? The only way to survive if you encounter her, which, I mean, if you don't live in Japan, you don't have to worry about her. The only way to survive if you encounter her is by saying she's mid.
You're alright.
No, dude, dead ass right here. Like I'm going back to this website. The only way to survive the encounter with this ghoulish creature is to answer yes the first time and so or average the second time, which causes her to pause and ponder the response. And then that gives you a chance to escape. So I mean, she's still gonna kill you, but it gives you a chance to escape. So
I'll just hit her with that Keith Lee. Flick the full show you right on.
Dude, speaking of Keith Lee, I haven't seen any of his videos pop up on my For You page.
I've seen ads instead.
Yeah.
But people are like, yeah, get the bread.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But basically, in order to get away from her, you kind of have to distract her.
Yeah.
So, basically, like I said, saying she's mid, she's alright. And
that's still so funny to me. That's telling an ancient fucking not Chinese. Wow, what the fuck? I'm thinking of fucking Apothecary Diaries. Telling an ancient Japanese urban legend spirit, like, you're alright, you're mid, fucking 5 out of 10. It
would be really hard for me because I feel like I'd be blushing because she's very gorgeous, you know. Stab
me. Good.
No, but God. Like I'll be like. You're alright. You know?
Alright.
Fan in my face right here, like, you alright, you mid.
Like she has a fan on her, like, can I borrow that fan real quick? Shit.
Yeah, the only way to survive her is by saying she's mid. I mean, which gives you enough time to run away.
Yeah.
You can also distract her by giving or throwing money or hard candies at her. But it has to be a particularly kind of candy known as a hello ame, or maybe the spell check, because like when I try to write stuff in Japanese, it like kind of like fucks up all the time. Let me double check. Nah, fuck it. It's a certain type of hard candy. Figure it out if you're in Japan.
Got it. Noted. Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't open this other tab. So, and then apparently she hates the word pomade. She hates pomade.
Really?
Yeah. So you can also distract her by saying the word pomade 3 times. So, so basically this is like a legend from like 1,000 years ago, right? But it kind of resurfaced at the end of like 1978. And it's because there was like they supposedly in the newspapers a whole bunch of kids were like experiencing this weird like lady, like they kept seeing weird women, like a weird woman going up to them. So in the newspaper they released what's her face, Kuchisaki-san? Yeah, Kuchisaki Onna, my bad. And then a lot of people were convinced that that's her, that this woman that comes up to them is her in a way. So, and basically it spread so fast because these kids, they're in like different prefectures, right? And the only way that these kids from different prefectures would communicate with each other is through cram schools. Because cram school is a separate from the regular school you go to, basically. And in a cram school, they have kids from different schools. They're kind of like a summer school. So, because of that, all these kids would network and everything. They're like, oh, like in this city, I see this woman and she looks like this and she goes like that. You know what I mean? So then they'll share it with their friends, and then that's basically how it kind of widespread. And it created enough panic to the point where parents were like standing guard in a way. Like when the kids were getting out of cram school, because cram school doesn't end till like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Maybe sometimes even 9 or 10. They would be waiting, like chaperoning these kids and making sure that they leave in groups. And stuff like that. Like, this caused enough of a panic back then for this to actually happen, which is pretty interesting because I was not able to find actual deaths of this happening, but apparently she pops up, you know? So, what's it called? Kuchisaki Onna, the kanji for it, basically, the kuchi. Jesus Christ. The kuchi means mouth. Saki means split, and Onna means woman. So basically, literally, it means split mouth woman. Yeah. In a way. There's actually this creepy piece of art of her. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like somebody cosplayed her, and they edited the photo. But it's still pretty disturbing.
Definitely edited, yeah, for sure. I know there's a couple films that they made over there in Japan. Yeah. And I think the one I've seen the most, I think probably best depicts it, because like the actress is beautiful, for sure. But then they also make her like pale, like almost like already decomposed, you know? Yeah. And it's like haunting a little bit too.
The only thing that I find a little bit weird though is like kind of like going back with like the children, like she's chasing children, you know? Why are you chasing children? Chase men. Chase samurais. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like why children? So basically what happened as well is that there was a woman that chased children, and she was hit by a car, and she died.
Oh, shit. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
And what's it called? And she ended up having a torn mouth. Oh. Similar to hers, so that's why they believe she was Kuchisaki Onna. Which is pretty... Imagine getting a scar because, like, I don't know, your cat fucking... did something, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you're mentally ill, or I don't know, or like, let's say these kids were being like douche canoes, so you're chasing after them to like teach them a lesson, and then you get hit by a car, and then all of a sudden you're a fucking monster. Yeah. You know?
Damn, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, and then you know, the legend kind of like died down a little bit, but then it resurfaced again in the early 2000s, and it's still pretty like popular till today. So basically like, so there's different versions of it. Basically the one that I told you about, where if you say no, you know what I mean, like she'll kill you or whatever. There's also another version too, where if you tell her that you're busy and you just walk away, she'll like let you walk away. And that's actually the first, and I remember that now because that's actually the first version I heard of it. So I thought that they were two separate entities, you know what I mean? Like two different women or spirits that were similar but that were different. But what's it called? So if you literally tell her like, hey, like I'm busy right now, like get away from me, she'll be like, oh, my bad, and then she'll just leave. And it even spread to South Korea as well, which I thought was pretty
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I don't, because I feel like a lot of things it's just like pretty common. and everything too for it to spread around a bit.
Yeah, but
like the elevator game, it was popular in South Korea and in parts of Japan.
Yeah, I mean, even though like this story now has reached its way into the U.S. and it's become popular in its own right, we don't have a similar story like that at all. Like no American urban legend like that. It's mostly like deep forest monsters or some weird deformed entity that we don't know about or fucking aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we don't have anything like that specifically, but somehow South Korea did get one.
Yeah. So, I guess, you know how we have, like, the women in white type of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can count that for La Llorona and, like, La Sayona.
Yeah, but...
Even though they're... I know, but, like, hear me out where I'm going with this. So, I'm just basically, like, telling you, like, an example. So, they're two different women, but they're both seen in white, quote-unquote. So you can fit them in the same category as a woman in white.
Fair enough, yeah.
Right? Like haunted brides and shit like that. Well, I guess there's like... I guess you can call it, like the genre? In a way?
Yeah. Or archetype, I guess. Could work too.
Archetype.
Yeah.
Well, there's this archetype called Yurei, I think. Or Yurei. And it's Yurei. And basically it's Sadako. Yeah, so, Sadako is the girl from The Ring.
Yeah.
And everything. Best girl. I love her. And basically, like, when they have, like, a pale face and, like, long black hair. And I was exactly talking about that earlier, too.
Yeah.
And everything. And I literally just found this out right now. And it has a picture of the girl, The Grudge. And it's basically a type of Japanese ghost, which is usually female. And sometimes it can be a male. And they usually wear all white and everything, and they have long black hair. So I guess you can technically count it as like the Japanese equivalent of a woman in white, in a way. And usually, like these women in white, the yurei, have like a mission of vengeance. And for example, popular movies is like The Ring, The Grudge, and Silent Hill, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, she is Kuchisaki Onna. Is like the inspiration for like a lot of J-horror films. And basically like her legend kind of is the thing that like inspired kind of like a branch, you know what I mean? Kind of like the little domino effect like you were talking about earlier.
to way different domino effects I'm talking about. Yeah,
but,
I get you.
No. Like
No. I completely understand. Like
a better example would be like the elevator thing that I was talking about, like how the origin started in the 1920s, but instead of an elevator, it was a bus, and it was the premonition.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's skyrocketed now to like the Tower of Terror in Disneyland, like the movie Devil, the elevator game, other horror movies with elevators. You know what I mean?
It branched off into its own like type of storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way. So she's basically like mainly the basis of all that. Because of, like, the long black hair and, like, creepy smile and eyes and shit like that. So, that's cool. I still like her. She's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean...
A lot of those...
Don't cheat.
Yes, don't cheat.
And then please don't cut people's faces, too.
Don't chase kids. Don't cut people's faces off. Don't cheat.
Yeah. Don't chase kids, because you might get run over. And then you might get blamed as a monster.
Well, I mean, if you're already chasing kids, you're already a monster. But, yeah, just don't do that. It's a good rule of thumb.
I don't know why. I think, like, a while back, it was this, like, whole genre, I guess. And not like, a video series of, like, people wanting to get fit, and they have no inspiration at all. So you put in your biggest fears, and then your biggest fears pops out, and then you're running away from your biggest fears. You've never seen that? It was like a comedy. It was like a comedy sketch and stuff like that. And then there was literally just like a woman, and she was like walking outside, and then like a whole minivan pulls up next to her, and then out comes some clowns, and she's like freaking the fuck out. And she's like just being chased by these clowns and everything, like every single day at the same exact time. And everything, like, they'll go to wherever she's at, and they'll chase her to make sure she's getting her workout in. She's like, this shit scares me, but it's working. And she's, like, losing the fucking weight. I don't know why. It just reminded me of that.
It's cool.
It was a comedy sketch. I'm gonna try to look for it.
I think I might have seen that clown one because I think that one got really popular.
Yeah.
But man, I would fucking hate that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, my legs would run so fast. I mean, I'm not scared of clowns. I want to stay at the Clown Hotel in Las Vegas.
Circus?
No, the Clown Hotel. The one that's next to the cemetery.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, it's because Circus is also fucking... Well, like almost clown themed in a way. Not fully, but
yeah.
A lot of creepy clowns.
Yeah. I think it's dope. I my friend, she has an irrational fear of clowns. I completely forgot though. So she lived in Vegas at the time, and then when I saw the Clown Hotel in Vegas, and they had creepy clown shit everywhere, I was like, OMG, let's look at this, let's check this out. And then she freaked the fuck out, dude. I felt so bad afterwards.
I'm not like scared of clowns, but there is something kind of creepy about them in a weird way. I think maybe like...
For your birthday, I'm gonna dress up as a clown.
No, that means I'm not gonna get fucking like scared like that. But it's like...
Ugh.
Like if I don't know you, like...
I'm gonna have my sister dress up as a clown.
I already know what she looks like.
What does she look like? I'm gonna have somebody you don't know dress up as a clown.
Alright, but if I punch him, you're paying for the medical bills.
They got insurance. I'll make sure.
No, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like...
I'm messing with you.
Like, I don't know. I think maybe the reason why people just are more scared of clowns now is just people because of, like, John Wayne Gacy. People who were...
Pogo the Clown?
Or, yeah. The people who just... Who happen to be clowns did such horrible acts that sort of ruined that reputation of clowns. So now when people think of clowns, they think of that.
You think of like It.
Yeah.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, even though that one's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, still, I guess because of that, I guess clowns sort of, their reputation just got lower and lower.
Yeah, but I feel like you can never really... I feel like that's with like every kind of thing. There's a way to make it spooky, in a way.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that it's not like impossible. Obviously.
Yeah.
People have done like Mario. They've done SpongeBob, Sonic.
Sonic EXE.
Mm-hmm.
That was my shit.
Yeah. You can make anything creepy. I'm not saying that you can't, but it's just like...
The My Little Pony creepypasta too.
But the worst part about it is that you can talk about Sonic EXE all day, every day, but it's not gonna fucking get you.
Yeah.
But clowns, those motherfuckers are real. They are a physical being that, if you don't know them, they could do something. And that's probably what people are scared of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Oh no, I think they're fun.
Some of them are cool. Some of them are funny.
Yeah. Alrighty then. What time is it? 12:42.
Yeah, it's about to be 1 o'clock.
And I gotta go home.
Sleep.
No, I gotta shower.
Then sleep?
Yeah, maybe. I have to put some clothes to wash too. Maybe. Or I can just do it in the morning.
Yeah. If you have time. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know what I'm going to wear for my date tomorrow. I haven't even had a chance to pick out an outfit.
Big ass leather trench coat. A bucket hat.
My fedora. I look like fucking... What's his name?
No, bowler hat. That's what it's called. Just put that on.
I'm gonna look like the villain from Meet the Robinsons.
Mm-hmm. Goob. Michael Goobian.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my guy.
Hell yeah.
That movie's so fucking good.
I haven't seen it forever though.
I know, but I always loved the message that came out of it too. Just like the keep moving forward aspect of like life. I fucking love it a lot. Okay. Well, this actually might be our shortest episode to date. Thank you guys, everybody, for stopping by on episode 22 of the Caffeinated Creeps podcast. It means a lot to us. God damn, we're about to hit a quarter episodes.
We're dead inside too.
very much. If you're on Spotify, leave a rating. Take a part of the poll. If you're on YouTube, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Spotify too, follow us. It also means a lot. Share the podcast with whoever you think will enjoy it, either if it's comedy, supernatural, or even just true crime or whatever. Do you have any closing statements to get out before we wrap this bitch up?
No.
No?
I hope everybody is doing okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we always talk about ourselves. But I hope y'all are okay too.
Yeah. Make sure you guys drink plenty of water, eat, take your multivitamin if you gotta. Any medications.
I gotta take my multivitamin.
And we'll see you guys on episode 23 of the caffeinated. Oh, so
I'm so used to saying. I feel like Creepy Caffeinated Chronicles rolls off the tongue
a little bit
smoother.
Yeah,
instead of Caffeinated Creeps.
But it's because we just kept talking about it, so it's stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for stopping by for the Caffeinated Creeps podcast, and we'll see you guys next week on episode 23. I just dropped my phone. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh. Don't talk to fucking random women with slit mouths on the street. Fucking duh.
Unless she's cute.
Unless she
raise
is
your eyebrows
stunning.
And try to raise her up. Play Careless Whisper as you walk to her slowly.
I'm gonna sing Just the Two of Us to her.
Just the two of us.
That'd be.
We can make it if we try.
Just the
two of us.
You and I.